Hey, what's up, everybody? I figured I'd get a chance to discuss what I thought about the movie Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And the movie is divided into three parts. And of course, part one is everything, part two is everywhere, and part three is all at once. And the basic premise behind the story deals with an Asian American woman by the name of Evelyn, played by, Chinese actress Michelle Yeoh, who deals with like a struggling laundry business, which ends up getting audited by the IRS as a result of accidentally filing her taxes incorrectly, by mistake. And of course, Jamie Lee Curtis is the one that plays the role of Beatrice, the IRS officer that she encounters. And of course, on top of that, Evelyn, deals with a possible pending divorce from her husband, Waymond, who's played by the actor who played Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which still, out of the four Indiana Jones, remains to be my least favorite. And of course, Evelyn also deals, with a visit from her, her father, which, in Chinese they call Gong Gong, and of course she also deals with a visit from her daughter Joy, who, has, like somewhat of a strained relationship. In a sense, it kind of reminds me of my own life story a bit. And of course, she brings along, her girlfriend, who she tries to get her mother, she tries to introduce to her mother. And then of course, throughout the movie, Evelyn discovers from a multiverse version of her husband that there's different versions of like multiverse, which basically sometimes what if like one choice you made impacts the other or creates like a different outcome, or somehow I'm not a scientist, but somehow they're like all interconnected somehow, which I thought was a pretty interesting story, since I've often wondered, and many others have probably wondered, sometimes you wonder if you would have made a different choice. Like what would have been a different scenario, or something like that. Even though realistically human beings learn to live with the choices they've made, to the best of their ability, even though there's always that question of the what if. And there is something in the movie that I thought was very hard, I guess emotional, when the Waymond character says during one part of the movie, always be kind even towards things you don't understand. And basically the way I interpret it is like, even if you may not be in someone's situation, or may not understand what they're going through, there's always like a common struggle or whatever that may be, that in a sense might end up bringing people together, or they may be more alike than they realize. So that's my interpretation of that particular famous saying. And I think it's actually a pretty good movie. It's heartwarming, it's emotional, a bit, I guess, into the sci-fi aspect, which I like. But what I liked about it most was like the family story. Like, sometimes you want to be able to make amends and do things right before it's too late and you end up living in regret. So I'll definitely say it's definitely worth something checking out. All right, everyone, thanks again. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot.